Okay, hello everyone. I am Poet Holiday with my second YouTube video. Okay, I thought about uploading a YouTube short, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I might do it today, upload a YouTube short, but record this. But anyways, look, you know what you signed up for with my little ranty channels. If you, oh, hopefully you didn't watch the first one or listen to, I would have to say. This is more of a podcasty little thing where I'm mostly talking about poetry, but it somehow incorporates all of my hobbies. So mostly just an inner workings about me. We don't know. Well, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Okay, because like I really didn't feel like filming or anything, but because like I had to move my setup. I'm sorry. Today it won't be as heinous of a background sound, but I will be having my fan on still. Cause it's hot. I can't live like this. But yeah. So, oh yeah, and I'm kind of off kilter because, long story short, job posting. I have to resubmit my application. I'm gonna make a video about at some point about job hunting because I actually have a poem about it that I wrote in college because I was trying to apply for some. Anyways, I'm not gonna spiel about that because that's gonna be in that video, okay? But anyways, I will eventually do a video on like the, what is it called, the poetry event that I had attended, and like different poet recommendations that I have. Because sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, like it seems to be no poetry out there that I like to, read or listen to them speak about. And I got you. I got you. But definitely touch some grass, people. Touch some grass. You can get inspired by literally anything. Okay. But onto the writer's notebook. Now, this whole idea was inspired by my time at in college and in when did I get this writer's notebook thing idea? I think it was in between. No. Okay, hear me out. Work with me here. Work with me. Um, but it was during my, I don't remember which semester, but I was basically in a creative writing multi-genre course. So we did like script writing, um, poetry, uh, I think nonfiction and fiction writing. Let's just say the only creative writing that's my forte is mostly poetry, and then if anything else, maybe playwright, but like not really. I'm not that detail oriented to be, you know, of that caliber. You know what I mean? Of that acquired taste. But my time in high school of being in theater, I do love a good little play. You know what I mean? I am here for the theatrics. But and the the actual workbook that was assigned to me by my professor is called Creative Writing. Well, I'll put it in the description of like, you know, writing it down or whatever so you can actually see it. But it's called Creative Writing, a workbook with readings by Linda Anderson, which I feel like it's a really good like book. Let me uh find, okay, because I had recently started my workbook. I started it on September 26th, 2025. And so I did one of the activity 3.3. I didn't make a poem out of it, but it was like really interesting. I might actually take a picture of this and like put it up on the screen, but if I don't, just take my word for it. And if I do, this is the best handwriting that's going to be in this book so far. I'm not going to hold you. It gets rough. I was like, who am I performing for? if if I can read it, that's fine. The issue is when sometimes I can't even read my own writing. But anyways, neither here nor there. But okay. The the prompt was, in an indoor location, write down three things for each of the following: sounds that you can hear, textures that you can feel, odors that you can smell, flavors you can taste, objects that you can see. And I do recommend doing that little activity. Um, and through this and moving forward, I want to, for each video, have like a little prompt that you can do a 10-minute free write with. Now, put it in the comment section if you want me to like actually block out 10 minutes of just like, I don't know, ambient sound or something like that. I don't know. Or me doing a 10-minute write too. Because like usually I'll have like the poems that I've wrote on around this topic would, be already done for the video. So just let me know. Just let me know about that. um and so what I wrote down for sounds, I said whirring from the fan, like spelled, I don't know, maybe you're smarter than me, but WHURRING. Anyways, from the fan, cacophony or cacophonet, the ambient noise. I looked that up. I was like, I typed it in a little Google, be like, hey, like, what's that background sound? Like, it's not quite ambient noise, but like, I was trying to describe that sound that was in the background of that first video. yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me know what you would have wrote down for that. Chittering conversations, which came from like the TV, which wasn't even my TV. It was my mom's TV that I could hear from the living room. But a resounding thump from above. Ooh, I got a poem about that. um, as constant as a, and then dot dot dot. That's what I have for that. Textures smooth like silk, yet rigid. I don't remember what that was for. Of course, I was thinking of my hair because I had not yet washed it at the time. But since it's been washed, stop playing games. I was like, one more day. Anyways, odors like the taste of water. Well, I was really just, I don't know. I don't know why I put that under odors. But anyways, oh, nothingness. And then allergies. I yearn for something to smell. That's why I put that down. Because I can't smell the odors if my nose is consistently stuffed up. Like, please save me. Let me stop. But taste metallic, unwell dash death. I don't know. It's just like, I just really wanted to put it out there that like, the allergies and stuff like that. And oh, anyways, I wanted to put it out there of like unwell, and I think metallic is more or less like that taste is put towards like pennies or metal or whatever. But anyways, iron coming from blood and stuff like that. But anyways, then objects, I wrote down fan, TV, and my foldable fan. The one that you can hear now. You know what I mean? What else do I want to put in here? Oh, and then I wrote notes about what was it? The poetry event that I was a part of. So you'll get that in another video, so won't be showing you that. But yeah, the writer's notebook, you can literally write anything, just trying to keep it consistent or as consistently as you can. You know what I mean? Because that was the whole point of like that course with that specific professor. Like every creative writing course that I've had with him, which was like 2 times, he makes it apparent to like do daily journaling, and he'll do those checks. He's not, I don't know if he's like reading it, but basically just trying to put you towards consistency. And I don't know, the way I feel about it, and like would phrase it, is to make the mundane slash everyday things that you are a part of um into a poem. You can find inspiration from literally any and everything. And I will be showing you that. Or, telling you about it. You know what I mean? But yeah. What else did I want to talk about? Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, this might be a really short video. It might just be like 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. I just don't have the energy, and like my mind is kind of like off on one thing. So let's go into my 10-minute free write prompt. Mine's is about, okay, I task you with trying to write a poem, look, or whatever creative writing you're on about, because you can watch this channel or listen to this podcast ranting video and get inspiration for a novel that you're writing, or a script, or whatever floats your boats. Because that's the videos that I try to go and find, because at this point there's not really that many YouTube videos about poetry, and not just the spoken word ones, but like an actual YouTuber, that you see consistently doing poetry and telling you the end all be all and stuff like that, and going through their journey with them, you know. And of course, congested again today. Love that for me. Like literally yesterday, I was fine. It's the second that I'm filming, Someone's praying for my downfall. Let me stop saying that, because they do be saying like what you say holds some weight, But anyways, did I already say the prompt? No, I don't think so. Anyways, the mundane / everyday things that irritate you, write about that. And let me give you some examples from ones that I have. Okay, so I have it up on my iPad, and no, I am not an iPad kid. I was never an iPad kid, okay? Had me a good little 3DS. As you see, I was up on YouTube, well, watching YouTube about like crafts and stuff like that. Trust and believe, I had me a good old minute phone. But we'll talk about that and, all this current generation stuff and early access to these devices unfiltered. But anyways, clearly I have strong opinions about it. But not in this video. What was I doing? Sidetracked. But anyways, which poem am I starting with? I'm gonna start with Dear Upstairs Neighbors. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. Because I'm looking through my Google Docs. I use Google Docs. It's easier. I don't like using Word. Look, that's a different type of beast, in my opinion. Where is it, though? I'm trying to find it. Is it even here? Is it this one? No, that's that. I'm sorry that you're just listening to. Okay, I found it. Okay. Let me try and clear my nose real quick. Okay, I'm the slightest bit clearer now. Still not fully there, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, okay. Dear Upstairs Neighbors, every thump that bangs across my ear canal is a vision of my cutesy pink candle splattering as my brain sighs relief. From dark to dark, you run like it's the park. Someday you'll know how much I love the swings. You conniving things. Let me start over, my G. My G, I'm so sorry. You deserve better. Let me know. Okay. Okay. Dear Upstairs Neighbors, every thump that bangs across my ear canal is a vision of my cutesy pink candle splattering as my brain sighs relief. From dark till dark, you run like it's the park. Someday you'll know how much I love the swings. You conniving thieves keep springing up with mail. Don't you know? Hell in jail don't require bail. Thump, thump, thump. As I watch my show, breathe in, breathe out. Well, I wish you go. Because my brain can't take one more thump, thump, thump. You little! Sincerely, your loving downstairs neighbor. Honestly, let's analyze that. Okay, so basically, I wanted like, I don't know what I was envisioning for like the first stanza about like my cutesy pink handle. I wanted to put like, I don't know, I love me a good little Scream movie, kind of theatrics. So I wanted to put that in there, but like I didn't want to put like knife. You know, I feel like it's just too gory for what I'm trying to do. And I feel like it would be cute, like just put some cute, like a little sprinkle, like, you know, keep it like, I want it to be poised, demure. You know what I mean? um, Second stanza, from dark to dark. No, literally from dark to dark, all day, every day, all time, every time. Literally, like we're outside. Yeah, it's basically finding inspiration from that every day. Every day. Things that specifically irritate you, you know? And sometimes it's alright. And then other times it's just like everything's already, ugh. So, just to add like an ambient thump, 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 I don't know. That day, I couldn't take it. So I was like, you know what? Let me write this down. And I love how like I had it like kind of like a letter format, like dear in the beginning, blah blah blah, and then sincerely, blah blah blah. Because I used to sign like my emails with sincerely until I was like, you know what? I feel like that's a little too personal, especially for like, you know, working and professors and stuff like that. So I eventually just I now use like best regards. I don't know if that's any better, but you know. And now let's move on to a pest I like to call pest control. You know what I did there. And in this one, everything is lowercase but I, and control, like the first letters. Okay. A pest I like to call pest control. We don't need you here, nor do we want you. Spritzing your shit, killing our nostrils. Spritz, spritz, spritz is all you do. So why is your ass not here on time? We wait and wait, wasting our time, till the landlord chimes we weren't at home. The cameras outside relay otherwise. You never even arrived. What a pest you are, trying to scamper away paid. It's even funnier when you've barely knocked once and already on the phone, trying to run like you're in a rush. If you're in such a rush, why don't you just hush and go spritz, spritz, spritz like you got paid to do, you piece of shit. Okay, this one, I don't know. I usually don't really use profanity in my poetry. I don't know. It's kind of that, still in the mindset that, like, the majority of my life I've been treated as a kid. Like, I'm only, like, in my 20s, early 20s. You do the math. Because I just recently graduated this year, so if you know, you know. There's only a range. College, yeah, there's only a range. You know, a small range for that. But, what was I saying? But yeah, I usually don't use it, but I was like, I feel like it's called for. I feel like it's called for. And then, like, for the last stanza, I didn't even have you piece of shit in there. Like, I added that afterwards, after, like, I read through it again. I was like, you know what? That just sounds right. That just needs to be added there. And, yeah. Long story short, it's not for us. That's all I have to say. It's not for us specifically. And I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm not putting too much business out there, you know. I can give you some, but I can't give you all. I gotta keep it a beat. Let me stop. But this next one, I was actually fuming, foaming at the mouth. Before I was like, you know what? Let me just write some down. And it was more or less like all of these were kind of like, I don't know. They were like ranty, and I don't know. I don't know. It could have been a monologue. I I'm kind of fencing the line of like spoken word and uh a monologue and you know all these different mediums, but like I feel like pretty much anything and everything can be poetry, so yeah, you decide. Okay, yeah. I don't have a title for this one, but you know the topic, cause I put it out there like blandly. Like this one, I'm feeding you what it is. Anyways, I am 10 seconds away from the crazy train. Or maybe that boat has already sailed. Cheers to Subway's piece of shit app. It's funny how I'm foaming at the mouth to give you my money. Got me popping stitches, veins bubbling up and down my neck. I feel ravenous, not for the food, but to use the gift card that's locked. I was so crazed, I not only complained, but I wrote the shit in all caps. And of course, it had words from the sea, leaving no room to sympathize with thee. And what surprises me is that I'm never this heated over fast food when there is food at home to cook. I guess that irk, that ick, that cynic in me who hates these places that are deemed fast food are neither fast and hardly food, costing more and more than my arm and leg, and yet my ass acts like I haven't been fed, like I've never had food that tasted so good. Convenience has made a glutton out of me. Now, this one has come through like not heavy editing, but like a little bit of editing. Let me pull it out up because it's up on my iPad. Because like sometimes when I write it down, it's just like right then and there. I have written it down and then like I'm further editing it like on the Google Docs. So what was that? Okay, that's something else. Oh yeah. What have I taken out? Okay, so I had tried to add another line at the end, like after writing it, I think, and it had said like after convenience has made a glutton out of me. I had put, and I refuse to give it any more fuel. And then I was like, that's just like too much to give. Like, I feel like it was good ending at convenience has made a glutton out of me, and I definitely want to make more gluttony poems because I've made a decent amount of poems just on like gluttony. I don't know. It's like a really good topic to write about. You can find gluttony and everything. Ooh, that could be another writing route for y'all. Gluttony. You can do a 10-minute write. Free write on gluttony. I'm writing this down on my little whiteboard because I can write this down in my journal. I just don't. Oh, my pen is right there. Let me write this in for today. I don't know, because like for these past like, including today, 3 days, I haven't been able to like write a poem, but that's fine. You don't always have to write a poem. You can just write like ideas for poems or just about that day. You can always go back and find some inspiration about it. So yeah, I think a good writer's notebook would be great. Honestly, you don't even have to have like a brand new notebook. Me personally, I have a brand new notebook. Honestly, why do I keep saying this? It was just going to be a notebook for like my poetry, like me just writing all of my poems, because I have all of my poems in like 2 other notebooks, but I haven't finished it yet. So I was like, because I had gotten this notebook because it looked all new and shiny. And it has like leather. It's the one that's like in that visual right there. It's so cute. I love it. And like, I have this whole ordeal, just like when artists um have a new drawing notebook, sketchbook. That's what I was trying to say. A new sketchbook. It's hard to like do that first drawing, that first sentence. Even with like writing anything, that first sentence and like disrupting the page and doing something on an empty sheet, you want it to be the best possible thing. And it's just like, at the end of the day, is anybody else going to be looking at this, reading this, but me? Like, come on now. If I don't start it today, will I ever? So I was just like, let's suck it up and just continue on, push it on. Anyways, I guess I'll just rant while I'm writing this down. It's not going to take that long. Anyways, what is today? Is it? Yep, it's the 9th. What was I about to say? What you say? Oh, I'm sorry. um, I get a little scatterbrained. Okay, a lot of the times. So forgive me. I am but a peasant. Oh, the little hobby segment I wanted to do about today. I was gonna just do about like, that wasn't even a hobby segment. Me commenting on my stuff. Because I said instead of complaining, right? That's what I was basically going to tell you in this video. Like, instead of complaining, right? I am a complainer of complainers. What can you do uh, other than complain? You know what I mean? And these are things that I actually have to like, work through on my own. Eventually I'll get a therapist, but that's neither here nor there right now. The budget ain't budgeting. In this economy. um but yeah, I think it's very um where was I going with that? Where was I? Yeah, important to like, especially with more important issues and topics, just writing and speaking about your writings can bring motion to doing something. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not comparing myself to Martin Luther King. Stop playing. I wasn't out in these trenches, okay? Um, but his speech alone was a lot of things that carried people on and gave them hope and things like that. Of course, his actions spoke so loud I couldn't even hear what he was saying, you know what I mean? But also, speaking is an action too. Speaking or not speaking, the silence can speak so loud. You know what I mean? So his "I Had a Dream" speech, you know, it was very impactful for the movement and things like that. So I do believe it is important to like write about things that are important, but also look, not everything is going to be monumental. Just like the subway thing, or pests I like to call pest control, or the other one. It's just like, not every poem has to be groundbreaking. It just has to mean something to you, you know? And then just because you don't feel like it'll mean something to somebody else doesn't mean that that's going to be the case. Because a lot of things, people be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's very important aspect to right now, everything. Okay, now let's go into my little hobby rant. Oh, so recently I've been watching some My Hero Academia. Don't get me wrong, like hold on. Okay, I just had to blow my nose. And mind you, I recently just cleaned my fan, like last night. But anyways, My Hero Academia. So when I first watched it, it was like, oh, was it during quarantine? A little bit before, a little bit after. I don't know. It's all a blur. Am I right? Actually, like, you know what? I gotta write something on that. Let me write that down. Yeah. Quarantine. I don't remember even what I spoke about in the first video, but honestly, during quarantine peak, I was doing a lot of productive things, and this is going to be a little segment at this point. But recently, me and my best friend have been doing, my college best friend, well, my only best friend. Anyway, neither here nor there. At this moment, but at this moment in time, but she can't get rid of me. I'm a leech. um, but yeah, we're doing a 7-day challenge. I will go into it in another video, but yeah, and we've listed things that we would like to accomplish. Let me actually go get that real quick and give you a little list, a gist. Okay, I got it. And so like it's to accomplish like the task that you want to accomplish. That's redundant. It's tasks that you want to get done. Sooner rather than later. It's not necessarily all about like urgency, but about getting the ball rolling, because sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I don't feel like doing that. So in order to combat that, you're like, okay, well, and then like you have somebody else to hold you accountable. So I really do recommend this, because this could also help with your poetry too. Like, because I also wrote, let me give you a few tasks that I have. So 7 days. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. All right. Okay. I wanted to do 5 days of working out. So far, so good. Cookie. I say it like that because the one day that I did grocery shopping, I was so tired. I don't know. It takes so much out of me. So like, I skipped that day. And I'm counting that as being okay, because I don't want to force myself to work out on the weekend, because I want to do something that's consistent and that also like accounts for everything that I'm doing. So if I'm doing heavy on like physically, there ain't no point in me pushing in a workout or something like that. Yes, I can easily do some yoga, but I don't want to push myself too far where like I'm like, man, I ain't doing nothing no more. But excuse me for that. And then I had another task of start cooking at 3 p.m. because I usually cook at like either 4:30 or most of the time 5:30, and that means we're eating late. And that's just not a good thing. So I'm trying to be better. Submit a poem / find places to submit. I I've wanted to apply to the Poetry Foundation. That's the big one that I know about. But I don't know. It's one of those things of like feeling like a fraud. That self-sabotage feeling of being not good enough, and I feel like that's in pretty much a lot of fields. What is it called? Damn it. What is that called? It's called something, actually. I'm trying to think about it. Something syndrome. Let me write that down, actually. What did I say? Feeling imposter syndrome. Yeah. I'm gonna have to write a poem about that at some point. Imposter syndrome. Cause like, I feel like that in my art too. Cause like, I haven't been drawing in a good minute, like a long, like in all of college. Like I've probably drawn like a sprinkle of times. The most I've drawn for while I was in college was like for my I did some bookbinding for like it was called an essay, and so basically you still have to write an essay about what you did, but it's an official essay. But the main thing is a show and tell of like the one person made like a board game, and yeah, it's being outside of the box, and it really helps you be creative. I love that class, actually. I love that. I love that professor because it was magnifique. Okay, it was really fun seeing what everybody did. Yeah, imposter syndrome. It's heavy. But yeah, that whole submitting thing. Okay. And what's the next task? Oh, but then I saw that it needed a cover letter, and I'm like, no, I'm tired of doing cover letters, just like for the like job hunting thing. And I'm just like, ugh, another cover letter. Why do we need a cover letter? Like, what I'm gonna put in my cover letter is probably gonna be on my resume, and I know that's not what you're supposed to do. Okay, well, it's not what's necessarily on my resume, but like the thing is, you cater your resume to suit that position. So of course, the things that you're gonna be raving about are the ones that's in your resume. Okay. Anyways, I guess you're supposed to go more in depth. I'm tired. Job hunt. I did that. Not Monday. Yeah, Monday. I did X out like, uh, research poetry communities and stuff like that because I did like a video, well, more or less of like a voice call with my best friend. The 2 days before we did it on a Friday, and we were just spending time on there, chit chatting, but also doing some productive tasks to like. Well, we were supposed to be brainstorming what we were trying to do, and we were doing that, but she was also doing like her application to somewhere, and I was doing like, I think I had wrote a poem. Yeah, I wrote a poem. Well, yeah, because I was inspired to write a poem the other day, so I ended up writing that poem then and there. So it gave me time to like really like get the creative juices flowing. Because I knew what I wanted to do. Because I used a lot of onomatopoeias for that. Because, ooh, I love a good onomatopoeia. Okay. I gotta do more like on that, or like watching videos or doing my own research on different literary devices. Because, uh, grammar has never been my strong suit. So I've always like been like, ugh, blah, it's a chore. But like now that I'm getting really heavy into like all the aspects of poetry, I do think it's a very important thing. And the first step is learning the literary devices. Then I'm gonna get heavy into the grammar and stuff like that and punctuation. But not for now. For now, we're starting with the basics. Basics. Anyways, upload YouTube video. I'm gonna put that as like do YouTube video because I had the time today. So and the silence. So yep. Daily journaling, my writer's journal, writer's notebook. Yep, I've been doing that daily. Okay, now has it all been good? Just like I was telling you, I was finding I didn't write any poetry for 3 days, but including today. But I might write something about imposter syndrome because, like, low key, that's really good topic to write about. Um. Oh yeah, Money for Paleo. That the game that I love. Okay. Um yeah, they recently had an update. It's for it's Halloween themed, and there are pumpkin frogs. Please. I was hunting them things down. Not hunting them because you have to have the what is it? Uh 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 what is it? A pumpkin honey lure or something like that. But yeah, it's so cute. Just go on Palea, on their Instagram page. Just type in Palea. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. Or on YouTube, type in Palea, or Google, Safari, whatever you have. It's so beautiful. I love it. It's a semi game. There is kind of like a, you can romance some characters, but like it's currently in its beta phase. So, but it's really well done, and I would like to emphasize it is fully free. The only thing that you really have to pay for are like cosmetics, like if you want to change the plot or whatever. But because like you can decorate your plot, but without spending any money. But like if you want the different like dynamic landscapes, yeah, you're gonna have to pay. But everything else, you're free to play. There's no microtransactions, okay? I paid to like Firstly, to support them because I have been playing their game since they released on the Switch. Now, a lot of people say we talked about how the graphics aren't as good on the Switch. It looked like a potato flew around my room. Anyways, but I still love it regardless. I don't have a PC. I don't have a PlayStation because it had also recently, not recently, but like earlier this year, had been released on PlayStation. I think I don't know if it was just PlayStation or Xbox too. I don't know. Do your own research, but yeah. Uh, yeah, and I wanted money to get those pumpkins because these activities are like on for like a short period of time for like only this month. I don't remember the specific date it ends, but yeah, I will be getting my pumpkins for this year. I had already gotten them actually, because update day was October 7th, and I also wanted to like do some kind of networking with like people, either like my professors or um people from the internship that I worked with. But yeah, because you have to stay in touch with people who you've built a relationship with. Uh, yeah, that maintenance. It's hard though. It's like a bugger. Headed Jaeger. Never stop. Anyways, I went off topic again on a little rant. But this is a ranty channel, so hear me out. And I thought wasn't even gonna hit an hour, but I'm gonna do my little spiel about My Hero Academia. Okay, what's going on in my head right now? Why I paused? You know those epic rap battles? I remember the rap battles of Academy. That's what's going on in my head right now when I hear Academy. But yeah, okay. Let me start. Okay, so I first had attempted to watch it at some point before, during, or after quarantine, and I didn't. I think I got into like the second episode at the beginning, but I was like, man, he's so whiny. He cries all the time. Like, I get it, it's sad, but dang, oh, and like I don't mean to, but I keep comparing him to like Asta. Asta, he ain't new to this. He true to this. He been working out. He been in beast mode. He need nobody else to push him towards that. He was like, I have a goal. It doesn't matter if I don't ever have powers or whatever. He said, it's time to rough and tough it out. Okay. Nah. Asta about that life. I'm not gonna hold you. Asta is about that life. So it was just like seeing uh what is it? Midoriya like that. It's just like, bruh, stop it. But also it could be uh the I don't know, like the societal standard of men and not being able to cry and things like that. And that's not even my issue with him. Like, I don't mind you crying, but he literally cries all the time. Like, I'm just saying, I'm like, dang, ooh, like, can you not? Can you stop? Can you stop? But anyways, once I really got into, because my brother had told me, like, go ahead, like, it get better. And I was like, nah. But because I was reading some fan fiction, and it just so happened to include some My Hero Academia characters, I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. It won't hurt to try again. So this got me back into my anime grind. I'm on season 2 now. I started this yesterday. And I might be even on season 3 by tonight. Maybe even almost on season 4. I'm not gonna hold you because I started late last night, so, and I stayed up until like almost 2 8. Please, let's not talk about my sleeping habits right now. It used to be peak at some point, but not now. Not now. And then like this is spoilers. So honestly, if you don't want to listen to this, maybe leave the video. I don't know if I'll talk about anything else poetry related, but this is mostly my spiel about My Hero Academia. So thank you for watching this. Subscribe, like, comment, do the due diligence so that I can get up on the page so other people can see me. And listen to me. Anyways, so like I was saying, so I've recently watched like the Battle of the Sports thing, where it was live on television and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, okay, a little bit of control, but he didn't have that much control though. He was still breaking his fingers at that point. I'm glad that he was able to persevere through the other challenges without using it too much. He mostly used like his brain power, his strategic thinking, and like I think that's really cool. Like pretty much watching fights, analyzing them to the fullest degree, and and then using that. And then also, even when it switches up in battle, changing your mindset, because it's one thing to write about it, it's another thing to be about it. You know what I mean? Let me stop. But yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, well, okay. And then okay, now what I'm on now is what is it? What is he called? He calls himself something Stain. Whatever. That's not his real name. The Hero Killer. Look, that's his villain name. The Hero Killer. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. That's a good villain name. I'm not gonna hold you. He was like, Tito. He said, I let your brother, get away so he could tell the story or something like that. I was like, dang, really beat him down, made sure he couldn't be a quote unquote fake hero. And he definitely have a warped sense of like what a hero is. A hero inspires people, regardless if they can fight. You know what I mean? It's a good thing that they can fight, but just because they're a pro hero doesn't mean they're out here fighting like that. They could be on defense. They could be, helping people, leave away or whatever. They can be, the police. Like, they ain't out here women up in the kitchen. They're women up in the kitchen. But, they ain't out here fist to fist with these folks. But they're still protecting the people, not in real life or whatever in the U.S. That's debatable. But in this instance, they doing their due diligence. So far, what I'm watching, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. But yeah, I am hooked. I'm hooked. Hook and sinker. It hooked its teeth in me. Just like my I haven't even read that poem. Never mind. I was gonna spill about another poem, but nah. I'm gatekeeping for the time being until I get that video out. So yeah. But I think that's the end of me ranting about that. Let me know your favorite character so far. Who is my favorite character so far? Oh, now that I think about it, let me get there. Cause don't get me wrong, Midoriya is alright, or Deku, he alright. Let me think. Hold on, I gotta cough. Let me announcing myself. Like you're gonna hear it or whatever. But what was I saying? Main character, favorite character. See, I liked so far I was liking the homeroom teacher. I forget his name. The one that has like the power nullification, the quirk nullification power / quirk. He was good. The thing is, I thought they killed him off right then and there. Like when the villains had bust through, I was like, damn. And I was like, no, don't be like Naruto. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. Like Jujutsu Kaisen was crazy, but like Naruto is back to back to back to back to back. I mean, like each episode, somebody's dying. Like that's why, like in Naruto Shippuden, I'm like, wait, I don't remember either Naruto. I've watched like one of the other ones, like all of those 200 episodes and whatever. I'm on the other one that have like 500 plus like episodes. But the last part that I watched was like spoiler, but like it's old. Jiraiya, but yeah, like when he died, I was like, you know what, I can't watch this anymore. I put it down. I'll get back to it at some point, someday, somewhere. Somebody got the crowd together. Okay, let me stop. But yeah, I thought he was gonna die. Like the way that Brute, boom, boom, boom. I was like, and then, I was like, dang, he's dead. And then like Midoriya and the one with the frog quirk, and then the one that has the sticky bomb quirk. They're just watching. I'm like, dang. But at the same time, I know like they can't really do much with it. Like, ooh, I was just like, no, they not fit. Ooh, this gonna break him. Villainous arc though, I love a good villainous arc. Something that really breaks you. Into being the villain. I mean, I would love to see that. You know, I love a good villain. I love a good villain, just like Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Anyways, what was I about to say? I was gonna say like about some other battle where Midoriya was getting bodied. He was getting completely bodied. Oh yeah. Okay, it was their first like class with All Might, and Bakugo was bodying Deku. I was like, damn. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Just turn in the towel at this point. I'm kidding. Not turning the towel, but like, dang. Ida's a decent character. I don't like right now with like, but I get it though. He, you know, with the whole like, the hero killer and him, you know, messing up his brother so bad that, you know, look, he probably can't even walk no more. Like, he said he can't feel his legs. I was like, oh no, brother. No, because like when they were in like the sports thing and then like they showed it to his brother, I was like, no, he's gonna die. Even before they said anything about the hero killer. I was like, then you gonna call his name being the hero killer? No! No, Ida needs you. Ida needs you. This is the wrong time. Okay, when is the right time? But this is the wrong time. Damn it. But yeah. I don't know. He made some poor decisions, but also like we have to understand like these are adolescents, adolescent children. So can't put too much because this is just high school. And you know, an extinct teen gonna be out here. Let me avenge my brother. Stop playing games, bro. If you don't, cause like when he decided his the organization that he was gonna go in, and it was like the same area that the hero killer was. I was like, nah, it's nothing but trauma in that direction. Like, let's. I mean, like this did low key make him be is making him being a better like hero, cause it got to a point where like he was so revenge crazed, he didn't even like acknowledge the pro hero native who was basically paralyzed. I had noticed the hero killer's like quirk when I seen him lick the blood off of the blade. I was like, ah, right. They showed us that on purpose, cause I think that was like pretty easy to spot. But I enjoyed it. I was like, but y'all not seeing that? If my dumb behind can see it, you gotta be able to see it. You up close, but yeah, it it's different because they're at a disadvantage because they're actually fighting. I'm just watching. Don't mind me, just watching. We got options. Another one. Anyways, I'm sorry. This rant is getting real long. But like I love a good anime. I love a good action packed anime. Like they get me every time, you know. They do, like Jujutsu Kaisen. What was I about to say? Black Butler. Every time I was about to say like Black Clover, I say Black Butler. I wasn't looking for that. Anyways, Black Clover. What else is a good action anime? Oh, that other one. What is it called? Oh. Wait. It's the one where I don't know names. See, that's the thing. Like Solo Leveling. Ooh, I love that one. That was good. The Shield Hero, because he actually had his villainous art. I was here for it every time. But him purchasing a slave, I was like, what? Wait. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far, leave a little purple heart if you can. I'm kidding. You don't have to. Actually, leave the fire emoji. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Poet Holiday with 2 L's signing off. Bye bye.